Many lessons, so many lessons we can learn from this Manchester United goalless draw against Man City. A very satisfying goalless affair. If you ask me, Man United just did everything except score a goal. And for me, under current circumstances, it's all right. I do know if we continue playing like this, the goals will come. And when they will come in plenty. When it rains, it will pour. Welcome to the United Sport. Here is my match reaction, player ratings, and of course, a few lessons learned from this performance at home against our crosstown's rival, in Manchester City. Now, first of all, Leny Yoro. What a performance from this young lad. I thought, and I love to see that Ruben Amorim spoke about him after the game. I thought this was such a beautiful, very composed, confident performance. There is a ball he almost dropped, and nothing bad really happened. It was a bit risky, but I loved it. I love young players for one thing. They take risks and do things that you look at and say, okay, that was a bit, some bit of confidence right there. These so-called senior mature players fear trying out things. And for me, that's not football. In football, you should be able to express your talent fearlessly. Leny Yoro, for me, has shown that today, and I thought he had such a beautiful game for himself. The other improvement I saw in Manchester United, first of all, is with everyone. The way these boys use the ball on their feet, they are so confident. They seem to be sure of how they want to play. You can clearly see a well-coached team with and without the ball. They are organized without the ball. When they do have it, they do know what they are doing, how they are trying to attack, and they are direct. They attack with intensity and play passes with assurance of where their colleague is. The movements of the team, the guys keep moving for each other. No players are hiding from the ball anymore. I feel for me, it's looking impressive. Of course, these are the same players. Remember, these are the same players that Eric Ten Hag had when we could barely put a few passes together. Man United had more clear chances at goal. Whenever United launched an attack, it could have yielded something threatening for Man City. Just that, of course, in the final third, we need to improve a bit. The final ball, that final shot, the final ball, the final pass. But you could see that the runs were always and the patterns were always good. Just the execution at the end of it is what was lacking. Patrick Dogu, again, wasted a few balls, but I thought he was better than the previous game. Remember, this boy came from Lecce, guys, for 20 million. This boy is from Lecce to Manchester United. That's a huge leap. For me, I think at 20, there is a lot for us to see from him. His best is ahead of him, and I feel Dogu is improving steadily. He had a good cross for once. Garnacho is passing the ball to him, seeing his overlapping runs and doesn't ignore them, but passes the ball. And we're seeing Dogu crossing balls. One almost resulted in a goal from Joshua Zirkzee. One of, I think, the clear-cut chances we had that forced Ederson into a save. And another, several crosses from Dogu were coming. He's making good runs as a winger. So for me, that's another positive to see. Again, the consistent patterns, that's another positive. We are creating chances consistently. We are having big chances. We are having getting corners. We are aggressive. We are proactive. We are the ones trying to control the game. We are not subdued. Man City, yes, we are passing the ball. Certainly, they had to have more possession than Man United. But Man United were threatening. We had the clearer chances going forward. Just the quality in individuals is what was lacking. Diogo Dalot is looking improved. He had a comfortable performance on the right for himself. You felt this was one of his better games as a Man United player. Talk about the midfield. Casemiro and Ugarte usually don't get the ball moving enough. I feel like this time around they worked well with Bruno. There's a Bruno would drop deep and join them. Then the ball would move. So it was a beautiful. So Bruno was switching between as if a central midfielder, but also attacking at the same time. You felt that was a good balance, and no wonder he was expressing himself well, and we had a good game from him. Now, what areas perhaps could you see we are lacking? We spoke about the being clinical in the final third, and a slight improvement on what you were before. Garnacho, of course, not being selfish, and it looked good on him. I think he was the second best player on the pitch after Bruno. If Garnacho had taken Man of the Match award, probably no one would complain. But of course, Bruno was orchestrating and making the team play as he's supposed to. But you would clearly see that if we had faster holding midfielders, for example, in certain circumstances, the press would be better, because if you're playing Casemiro, he plays a bit deep. So these cutbacks, the balls that you cut from the wings, there is a ball that Garnacho played and Dogu came and tried to fight for it. But that was not Dogu's ball to go for. That was the ball for a Casemiro or Ugarte, to one of the two blocking midfielders, to come and follow that ball and take in the shot. Now imagine if you replace Casemiro with a younger, more physical player. I'm assuming if Collier was on the pitch, he would have arrived for that ball, because that was his space. It wasn't Dogu's space. Dogu was just coming into off a hand, because Casemiro does not have the gas to now run ahead and then drop back. So he tries to limit his movements when we go forward. That's why at times he resorts to playing slightly longer passes. So I felt, for me, there was a lot to be impressed about. Amorim, I think, handled the game so well. United were confident. He has not lost a single game to Pep Guardiola this season. I think it's the same with Arteta. I think Arteta has struggled with him as well. So this guy, first of all, knows how to organize his team for big games. That's very important. But for me, I'm looking at the way he has impacted on Man United, from changing an entire system with this bunch of players who we thought were so poor, changing a system to playing a back three. At first, it was, a mess, but clearly now you see players are enjoying it. They are looking better. It is making everyone look good. Right now, you can see a team playing, a well-coached team playing football. You are proud to watch Man United. The fans were happy, were excited, because United was more direct and, not just passing the ball around, for fun. There was a beautiful pattern of play. Certainly for me, in 5 months, what Amorim has done, Ten Hag didn't do in years. For me, this is a sign of a good coach. Now, put Ahmad in this team. Bring Ahmad Diallo, drop him in this team. Bring rather two more good signings to a replacement for Casemiro, a younger player, blocking midfielder for Casemiro. Let have a better Ugarte. Let Ugarte be on his best behavior. I feel he's not performing at his best lately, but have Ugarte perform at his best. Have a more lethal, probably clinical striker. I think this Man United team can be unplayable. I was watching this game with an Arsenal supporter and was saying, wow, Manchester United is playing serious, aggressive football. If they have just a little more quality in the team, United can be unstoppable. And for me, I think this game of all games has given us more belief in what Amorim is doing. Even the game they lost to Nottingham Forest, you would clearly see a more solid, composed Manchester United team that is here to compete and play games of football. You've got to respect such a team. The fans, just this game for me felt like, of course, there was that little spark. If United were a little fearless up front, City had no chance. City had no chance. We just lacked that fearlessness. But you can see that we are becoming better by the day. We are improving by the day. And trust you me, this is what you want to see. So for me, player ratings, Onana, at times staying on the goal, maybe a little too much staying on the goal. I don't know whether it's an instruction from his coaches. I do not know. But I would give Onana 6 out of 10. Clean sheet, saved a couple of shots in there. Beautiful shot from Omar Mamouche that is stopped. I'll give him his 6 out of 10. I would give, in fact, I would give Onana 7. He was better than 6. 7 out of 10. I would give the entire backline, Leny Yoro for me was more outstanding. I would give him maybe 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Then going to the middle, I thought Ugarte did not have his best of games. Casemiro tried. He had beautiful stats for that game, by the way. I would give Casemiro maybe a 7 out of 10. I would give Bruno 8.5 out of 10. Garnacho 8.5 out of 10. Dogu, I think I would give 7.5. I think he tried. Diogo Dalot, I would give him 8 out of 10. Hoyland was in there, maybe 6.5 or thereabout. Well, guys, the general team performance, the coach Amorim would score a cool 7.5 for himself. I thought he did not respect Man City at all. Where the aggressors were confident, were comfortable. It was a competitive derby, and even if there was no goal in it, I think it was a solid performance and a men's game. So beautiful football there from Manchester United. Guys, in Amorim, we hope Amorim ball will ball indeed. Subscribe and let me know what you thought about the game.